skips the big old cutscene for you, so we don't have to sit around waiting for 5 minutes. And I don't know, Jackie, you got anything to add?
Bet starts off with these superior-looking bunny hops, but Zach actually exits the chamber a little bit before he does.
Yeah. Most likely just has that smoother hopping pattern that lets him hop into the ending elevator. Portal Carousel. This map's very simple. It's actually a redesign of a map from Portal 1 where the portals moved by themselves. But in Portal 2, they made it so that the player moves the portals, which they seem to believe, like, hey, that serves as a really good tutorial for how portals work. Which I have to agree. I think it's really convenient. And you can see both the runners finishing at pretty similar time. During these early levels, we see that, like, generally there's not much variation because they're so practiced, because they've played through so many times. It's just, really convenient. And we're coming up on Portal Gun, the level where you get the first portal, or the single portal device. And so it's going to get a little more broken now than it was previously. But it's still going to rely mostly on bunny hopping, like going through these hallways and stuff.
Nothing crazy.
Yeah, nothing insane yet. Usually you have to wait for the second portal gun, the dual portal device, if you want actually insane stuff. And so Smooth Jazz is actually interesting because of the cube through the door glitch. Basically, it's faster to soft lock. It's faster to soft lock on Smooth Jazz and then have them open the door for you than it is to actually complete the map. So that's what we do. We just shove the cube through the door. The game thinks we're at a soft lock. Bada bing, bada boom. Run over, like, map over, opens the door. We win. And yeah, after that's cube momentum. There's two routes to this map actually, and they both look identical to, like, the I don't know, the person who probably hasn't speedrun the game before. Basically, in one strat, you wait for the cube to hit the ground, and then you grab it. It loses a bit of time because you have to, obviously wait for the cube to hit the ground, and then it's falling through the portal slower to re-grab it. And the faster strat is just you just shoot it under it. It falls through very fast, and you just yoink it from midair, which is pretty, like, quick, obviously.
I've never even been there fast enough to even attempt that.
Yeah, it's pretty tough. Like, especially since technically it's until you get really practiced at it, it's very aim oriented. And you also have to, like, strafe well and everything too. So you have to be good at two things if you want to.
Oh, Zach just did a ground lineup for that button glitch.
What lineup for that button glitch?
A ground lineup instead of looking at that light fixture on the wall. He looked at a spot on the ground and then walked forward.
Oh, that's pretty convenient. Yeah, Wake Up is kind of the least interesting map in the entire game because we're not actually supposed to have the single portal gun device here. We're supposed to be holding wheelie, which means we can't shoot portals. So it literally just turns into a bunny hop map. And you can see that the runners are, just bunny hopping, like, through the entire map. You'd think we would find something to do with a portal there, but with no other portals opening on the map, no, we literally just can't. And a brief spoiler here, you're going to see Betsruner make a horrendous mistake, truly atrocious. And you'll actually see it gets worse because the autosave for that level is in the exact wrong spot, so he just keeps reloading to his death. Pretty unlucky, so he ends up having to restart _ level there because it's a soft lock. And that's a big time loss, but hey, everyone gets time losses every once in a while, right?
Zach actually going to be coming on ahead right here.
Very surprising. 2-second gap, actually pretty nice. We'll see if he can maintain it. Yeah.
Not bad. I forgot how good you are.
So
keep getting more interesting near the end of the tournament.
Yeah, as they get, like, closer and closer. The runners, more and more practice. Laser Stairs, in my opinion, one of the hardest maps. Mostly just because you have to shoot that portal under that cube before it hits the ground. Otherwise, it just bounces away into, like, Narnia, and it's literally ungrabbable. or unshootable under. So
You are a horrible.
yeah, it's a little bit of a hassle, but you'll see Betsruner kind of gets it correct. Honestly, I didn't quite catch it for Zach, so maybe my co-commentator knows what happened there.
If it makes you feel any better.
I
Science has now
was
validated
looking at the right
your
side of the
mother's
screen,
decision.
if I'm going to be honest.
I think the left side of the screen is the ideal spot to be looking. Mr.
I will
Zachary
look at
is
the,
at
I will
the
look at the
absolute
left side.
the new Portal 1 runner. You see, he actually just started running Portal 1, so it's you know, he's getting there. He's gonna be the new world record holder in a week. Dethroning Shazal. Hopefully. Or, well, honestly, it doesn't really matter to me.
Oh, Zach starts for the Super Reportal and Laser Over Goo.
Ooh. The
This
Super
is
Reportal
up
on
the
Laser
first
Over
time.
Goo is several seconds slower, which is kind of an L. But it also is more consistent, hypothetically. So it's good that he goes for that. It shows he's really going to be erring on the side of safety for a lot of his strategies, which should make for a really good race, in my personal opinion.
I like how he's using the special weapon from Black Ops 3.
Yeah. Oh, for those who are unaware, custom textures are allowed in this game as long as they don't give an advantage while running, which obviously that view model doesn't give any advantage, so it's cool that he's using it. People have very recently started making very customized textures in this game. It's very cool.
What would be like a portal gun that could actually help you out?
Honestly, it's I don't think there is a portal gun that can really help you out because you're allowed to literally make it like invisible because we allow people to just disable the view model. So realistically, once you can do that, that was the only thing that could help, and we allow that already. It's more for other things like walls. Like you're generally not allowed to replace portable walls in this game because then you could use those for lineups, and obviously that would probably help someone. Even if it was like unintentionally helpful, of course, you know, unintentional helpfulness is, you know, we don't want any helpfulness. It should be as close to the default game as possible in terms of competitiveness.
Both runners doing the Super Reportal in Pit Flames, both succeeding.
Yeah, it's a very convenient strat. It's actually quite new. Basically, we found that you have to look down at a 63-degree angle, get roughly up to max walking speed. It's not exact, and you'll be stuck in the ground. And from there, you can just keep shooting portals on the ground. Essentially, you know what a super reportal is, but you know not everyone knows. And that'll just keep adding to your speed, and then we just use that to yacht ourselves upwards. And after that, it's pretty much just straight to the end. It's very convenient. So, Ricochet coming up for Betsruner. We see he's going for the very basic standard route. It's very safe. Not really easy to fail. He is going to miss it once. Yeah, he is going to miss it once. It's you know, it can happen sometimes. You win some, you lose some, right? That's just how the cookie crumbles. Meanwhile, Zach over here is what's going on with Zach, Jack? Why don't you give us some information on Zach?
He's about to do the same thing on Ricochet.
Mm-hmm. I see he got over in a different way. What do you think about that?
No, he messed up, so he had to go through the ground portal to get back up. An excellent save by him, though.
Yeah.
You passed the test. I didn't see the deer today. I did.
So which runner is ahead right now, Jack? Well, who would you say is ahead? Because the timers are a little bit of they do have a bit of a gap, as you can see, because you know,
Betsruner is about a map ahead right now.
Yeah, but
anything can happen in a run.
As you can see, like the times on the timer aren't the exact same because the loads, you know, do differ in this game, and the game is timed by in-game time because the loads can have such a wide variety of things going on in them. Some people in the main game can have up to like 6-minute loads, even with the new SAR commands that make them faster. While some people are down to 3 minutes. So like obviously that would be a big real-time disadvantage. Not very good for the competitive nature of the game.
That way future generations can
Do
learn
any
from
speed
you
games
long
actually
enough to
use?
have your-
Oh, plenty of speed
in-
games use in-game time. Mostly ones that are run on console, because obviously since the consoles are all made the same, they should all have roughly the same load times, or maybe even exactly the same load times, which is kind of convenient, especially since in a lot of those games, frame rate is usually like capped, whereas in this game, frame rate is obviously not capped because we do we have a set tick rate for the
This
game, which is
next
the
test
default.
involves turrets. You remember them, right? They're the pale
Cardin, I
silver
see you
bits of
pointing out that
bullet.
Bets is doing this at the same time as running.
No, that's a different Betsruner, I think.
Yeah, no, that's a different Betsruner.
Yeah, I don't know where we found him, but I think he's playing quite well right now. Like he's really going at it. I wish, honestly, in all my hours of experience, I don't have that many in Portal 2, personally. I think he might have taken them.
Zach just barely avoiding getting killed by those turrets.
Ooh.
To maintain a
Very
constant
impressive.
testing cycle, I simulate daylight at all hours and add adrenal vapor to your oxygen supply. So you may be confused about the passage of time.
It's through.
The point
Is that triple laser?
yesterday was your birthday.
Triple
That
laser?
was
I don't
an
think
ad,
so.
That jumpsuit you're wearing looks stupid.
No, I don't believe either. But no, that is turret blocker that Zach is on, and that is pull the rug that Betsruner is on right now.
I meant the map before that, but
Oh, my bad.
it was probably wrong.
I was a little delayed.
I'm going through the list of test subjects in cryogenic storage.
Yeah, so I don't know. Anything to say about these two runs? How they're going so far? What's going on in their individual maps, Jack?
So I'll just give you a
Well, Zach is killing turrets right now, putting the cube on the button.
Yep.
Obviously, he's gonna go back through that portal, kill more turrets. He's gonna slide into the end of the map right here, perfectly. He hops at the end. That's coming out of column blocker. Doesn't have to do the wacky.
Doesn't have to do Dane skip because Speedrun mod skips that cutscene because it is a cutscene and it must be removed in the Speedrun mod. Runners don't want to watch cutscenes.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did you say Jerry skip?
Oh no, I wouldn't ever call it by the wrong name. I don't know who would.
Odd.
Yeah, very odd. Yep, so you see Betsruner finishing laser chain right there, just hopping through the door. He kind of went for a safe route in that map. Honestly, in my personal opinion, I'm going to have to agree with him that the safe route is pretty optimal there because it only loses 2 or 3 seconds, but you won't, it's pretty much unfailable. You aim all the lasers manually, so how could you fail it? It's very convenient. And now he's on triple laser. You see that he gets the dialogue kind of slowly. He was wiggling around there for a little too long, if you ask me. But sometimes it really just be like that. Like sometimes you get the wrong tick lineup, and it's really hard to hit all 3 of those things at once. And it's not like you have to do the dialogue like in regular single player at least, because dialogue doesn't matter in speedrun mod. Due to the
Is that going for this advanced strat?
yeah, see, it's costing him a little.
I
know that M Sushi and Can Even are advocates of this strat.
Yeah, 2 top level runners. Yeah, they're big fans. Maybe they know something that Betsruner doesn't. The secret to laser chaining, some might say. Escape coming up. Once again, a bunny hop map, oddly enough. You wouldn't expect a bunny hop map to be this late in the game when there's portals, but there actually is a faster route with portals, but it is, it's a little bit difficult, so it's potentially not worth going for because it is really difficult. You have to do 2 precise jumps, which is not the easiest.
Zach taking the L on time, but still getting outside that map.
Yeah. You should check the time at one of the runners, like when they finish a map. Probably Betsruner since he's ahead visually. See what time he finishes that map, and then check what time Zach finishes the same map. See how far, what the gap is. What are we looking at? Because that'd be interesting to know. What do you say?
Yeah, it would.
I have news. Betsruner may have finished Turret Factory at 14:10. Hypothetically. That's just what I'm
Taking that
guesstimating
L,
based.
jumping off the conveyor belt. Oh,
That's just
no.
what I'm guesstimating based on what I've seen of how he's playing from Turret Factory. So we'll see what Zach
anything
finishes.
less.
It's an easy mistake to make. Sometimes you just lose a little control and you're off the edge. And this is when we start singing that one song. You know, it's a rock song. Don't remember the name.
Oh no, pardon. What happened with Can't Even versus Burger 40?
Can't even race. Please elaborate.
Wait, is that actually true? What?
What'd you say?
No, I actually I gotta check the tournament page.
Yep. We turret Sabo's coming up. Basically, there's a shot. You shoot through the door. You would have seen it earlier in the run in a regular full game run, but because this is not a full game run, you did not see it on secret panel. So this is your first experience with Pancake Shot. Basically, it's a .00, I think another 0, maybe 2 unit wide shot that you have to aim through the door. So of course the runners have a setup for it, so that way they can hit it consistently. And you see he's doing all his like lineups, failing, falling down a little. You know, takes a moment, and then he just shoots right through the door, and suddenly he's a lot closer to completing the map. Usually there'd be a cutscene there. There actually is a route that uses the cutscene because, like, obviously the cutscene is removed in Speedrun mod, so it's similar speed to just go through what would be the cutscene since it's removed. But because you usually have to wait for the turret, it ends up not being faster than just doing the shot if you're very quick with the shot.
Zach about halfway through Turret Factory right now.
How out of sync are their timers? 40 seconds? What is Zach's Turret Factory time? Because if I recall correctly, I think Betsruner hypothetically finished at 14:10.
Oh wait. Man, I wish I knew about the map name. He just started Turret Factory.
Oh, I'm dumb. Or, I mean, Betsruner's dumb. Yeah, he's an idiot. Absolute buffoon. I don't like him. I don't like the cut of his jib. You see, look at him miss those. Laser things there. It took a lot longer than it should have. I bet you Zachary is going to be saving up some serious time here, right now, doing that. Doing those neurotoxin sabotage laser cuts when he gets there. So Jack, what's going on?
Zach's about to do pancake. He's lining it up. It's easy for him.
It's very easy.
He's done it so many times. Obviously, the sign of a pro winner.
Yep.
Hopping over the desks and chairs.
With all of the ease that thousands of hours would.
See, does he get stuck on Wheatley? Oh, it looks like he's going fast. Oh, he's faster than Wheatley. Oh my god.
Easily. A very speedy runner. The person I'm personally pulling for in this race. So, Bet's over here, about to shoot behind the rail in Underground, getting himself stuck there. Actually loses a reasonable amount of time in Speedrun mod because no cutscene once again, and because there is no cutscene, I bet you can guess, you know, he doesn't have just extra time to spare.
Oh, he started from the bottom on neurotoxin.
Now he's here.
He was a lot faster than Betts on neurotoxin sabotage. That's getting that reportal.
First try. A pretty difficult reportal, but I think Zach can't do as well. Generally, the timing for a reportal is between 1 and 3 ticks. I actually believe it might be 1 a lot of the time, especially if you're doing a ground reportal with some speed. Usually ends up being 1. But that one specifically, because it's only walking speed, maybe a bit more. Who knows? Unknowable knowledge. No one's ever tested it. We see that Bet's coming up on a repulsion intro. One of the hardest maps in the entire game. Very easy to make mistakes on. I actually see. I have some inside knowledge that he may have accidentally done the wrong route there at the start, losing himself 1 or 2 seconds just by forgetting to play the game as he intended. A bit unfortunate. But we see he's coming up on doing Cube Clip Junior. There's, of course, a Cube Clip Senior that skips a lot of the jumps, but that one is a bit hard. Doesn't believe it's worth it. And we see that now he's missing Cube Clip Junior. A very consistent trick. Not many can fail this trick. It's pretty easy. But he gets it eventually. And, of course, is bouncing his way all the way up, just doing the map as normally. As everyone's probably seen in other races, because, you know, probably isn't your first rodeo watching Portal 2 if you're watching this race.
I know, but you know a thing or two about rodeos.
I don't get that reference, but alright.
Oh, you don't need to jump to hit that shot?
Jump to hit, can you give a little more details? I'm a little preoccupied at the moment. With,
you know that map that you did the reportal on?
Are you referring to the Cave Johnson reportal?
Yes. He didn't jump when he was on the edge. All right.
Yep, you can just edge yourself out to the edge. It is a little slower, and in my opinion, a little harder. But you know, some runners prefer it. You know, just for its added consistency of never having to fall off or anything like that. You see that Betsruner's screen is blue here. No one really knows why. I think it might be his portal funneling bind, though. If I had to guess. And you see that he eventually gets the suck launch after bouncing around for a little while, making the mistake. We see Zach messing around a little on Repulsion Intro. A pretty rough map to mess around on.
Trying to get that click cube to clip him through the floor.
Yeah. As you can see, not the freest trick in the entire game. Betsruner had some mistakes with that one too. So you see that, you know, although many runners claim, hey, you know, it's very consistent, I never fail it, it doesn't always shake out that way.
Oh, Zach falling to the ground. There's some glue on the edge that saves him.
Betsruner shooting the portal on potatoes on the floor, missing a billion times, and finally deciding to go for the more consistent floor portal. It's an L, big time. It's yeah, it's not exactly. It's a pretty sparky portal surface because it's pretty much exactly the width of one portal, which essentially means you have to shoot it like with a perfectly straight angle. I wonder, do you think either of these runners are going to be going for Lemon Skip, the newly found super reportal that will skip half of the conversion intro level?
I believe that both runners might go for Lemon Skip.
Honestly, I think you're wrong. I think Betsruner might opt not to. Zachary needs it to catch up, so he'll probably go for it. And also, he's one of the most experienced runners in the game with it. But personally, I think Betsruner might not be too experienced with that strat and might decide to avoid going for it, since he I think he may not be watching the stream right now, but I think he'll know he's pretty far ahead. He could you know, he could just avoid doing that entirely and be fine.
But would he really be flexing if he was not going to do it?
I don't know.
Saves himself there.
Personally, don't know the guy. All I know about him
is if Betsruner is not going to go for the strat.
Yeah. Quivering in his boots, terrified of a strat in a video game.
Oh.
Very sad. This is some golf commentary, bro. We should really spice this up a little more. Like you should talk more about stuff about video games.
Bets, I think that you are doing a perfect
Me?
job.
Why would I be doing a perfect job? You mean
you're just commentating this really well. You're not running a game or anything.
I guess, yeah. Honestly, I think easily. Yeah. No, big time. Big time, big time. So what's going on? Why don't you summarize what the two runners got going on? What are their, their positions in the gameplay? How they're doing? Are they ahead or behind? Who's doing what?
Bets is currently ahead right now.
Of his PB, or do you think he's just ahead of Zach?
Oh, definitely not ahead of his PB. Both runners are a little bit behind their personal bests.
Talk about some routes, say what they're doing and not doing, what the heck's going on, You've ran the game once or twice, yeah, as if you've run the game quite a substantial amount of times. You've probably completed this game more often than 99% of the population. So hit us with some facts, Jack. Hit us with some lore.
If you're interested in an additional $60, flag down a test associate and
What's going on?
Zach's about to. He's going for a super reportal.
Yeah,
know
we see
about that
he's
one.
going. Yes, that is a very interesting strat because you actually don't get stuck in that super reportal 100% consistently. Meaning that if the game decides, hey, I want to push you out sooner of the wall, then you just fail the strat, and then you have to go through like 4 more seconds of reattempts or reload a save, which would also be about the same amount of bad result in this. So anyway, why don't you talk about some lemon skip that Zach is going for?
So Zach's about to go for a series of lineups to get himself stuck in the wall to gain a certain amount of momentum to launch him up.
Yeah, I'd say roughly 2,800 is what he might be aiming for. If I had to guess. Just a rough estimate. He might go a little higher to 3,000 or 3,400. Just to be safe. It is a very risky strat after all.
He's trying to get himself stuck in the floor here.
You see, he's having a little bit of a tough time. Trying to perform the trigger glitch. Basically, you have to jump in and out of a trigger in one tick, and that'll disable the trigger. So that way, whenever he's trying to do his super reportal, it doesn't force him outside of the wall. Because there actually is a trigger_catapult going just over that wall. It's very inconvenient. Or so it was until we figured out how to disable it.
Oh, but he's gonna get it.
Easily, of course.
Doesn't activate the trigger for the door, but he goes back to do it.
Yep. I hear that might be fixed in a new speedrun mod version. Perhaps when Crazy Cow fixes finally accepts the pull request from Betsruner, so I've heard. That's just what I've heard.
Ooh.
We see Betsruner in the part with the flying funnels. No clip is allowed in the speedrun, might I add. But only in Chapter 8, because it's only funny in Chapter 8. But would you like to explain that crouch flag glitch to them, Jack? Instead of us calling it no clip.
I don't know why you would ever call it no clip. It's a completely legitimate strategy. But crouch fly is where you get into a funnel, specifically one of the blue ones, and you crouch in it, and then you get to fly.
Yeah.
It's that easy. But you have to be at zero momentum.
It was actually found on the very first day the game came out by, I'm pretty sure, I actually don't remember the name, so I'm not going to claim that it is, but by a genius runner. Not even a runner. He's more of a router, to be honest. I'm sure if I went through my YouTube playlist, I could probably find him.
I know none of the old runners. Except
Don't
for
worry.
maybe Direct.
Oh yeah, you're friends with B-Rex. How's that? How's he doing nowadays?
He's still streaming. I wouldn't
Yep.
exactly say that. I guess we're friends on Steam. There you go, we're friends.
Heck yeah, big friends. That's all it takes. Honestly, anyone I have on my Steam friends list, I just immediately call my best friend.
Oh no, we played Fortnite.
Oh heck yeah.
Obviously, the peak of our friendship.
Everyone knows if you play Fortnite with someone, you're basically best friends.
No idea what it's like in this body. I have to test all the time, or I get this itch.
You know, it must be hardwired into the system or something.
Zach coming
But
through
when I
test.
do design this test
Wonder if he's gonna go through 3 times instead of 2.
Hopefully, that'd be very funny. I would find that very funny
since making tests is so
for unrelated reasons.
nothing. Alright, can't blame me for trying. Okay, new tests.
You see, Betsruner having a pretty successful laser catapult. Pretty not bad. Getting aggravated in the commentary booth for no reason. Nothing bad
sorry,
going on
Bets.
right now. Nothing going on. Nothing going on prop catch. Nothing ever happens on prop catch. It's a very consistent map. I hear this Betsruner fellow actually came up with the current route for that in Speedrun mod. Truly genius. No one ever thought of it before. Insane.
Oh, do milkshake. Gets it.
This has been the most bland commentary ever.
I'm sorry, Bets. I don't remember
How dare
any
you.
of the map names.
But you don't have to call them by their name. Just be like, yo, he's doing this, he's doing this, he's doing this. Yo, yo. He failed. You see, he fell in a hole. Got him. He's missing prop catch, the route he made. Idiot.
He's blue. Dabba dee dabba die.
Everyone's favorite song.
Coming, don't start yet, don't start yet. You are not going to believe this. I found a sealed off wing. Hundreds of perfectly good test chambers. Just sitting
The only thing we can hope for is the sweet release of a 1-0 race. Because, you know, best to not draw it out. If Betsruner beats Zach, he may submit on the final 2
Missing the
races.
throw. Oh no. Oh. He has a save right there. Doesn't really matter.
Convenient setup. It's always good to make sure you have a convenient save key in this
That's
game,
it.
so that way you never go too far back.
Alright, so that last test was seriously disappointing. Apparently, being civil.
Zach getting through corollary.
If I'm so
Quite
bored,
easily.
why can't you solve a simple test?
Might be one of the easiest maps in the game. With the
As you would
addition of
expect of a
Portal
runner
Four.
of multiple thousand hours, you know. Not have very many problems controlling his speed. Flying through the maps like they're a breeze. Want to explain Great Shot? The thing Zach just did? Where he shot it on the grate. Okay.
I do not have that specific knowledge,
Oh, so
even though I've been
basically-
told multiple times.
Basically, Great Shot. The grates are portalable, but you can also shoot straight through them. So you have to aim at a spot on the grate that you can't shoot through. Luckily, the sides are also actually portalable, and you can't shoot through them. So we just gotta yoink a. We just gotta put a shot up on the. What do you call it? Up on the surface next to it, and then that will allow us to do a nice little portal shot on the grate, which is very convenient for. Honestly, only one map in single player, and only really 1 or 2 maps in co-op. So you know, so that's about it.
Brainwave. I'm going to tape you solving these, and then watch 10.
So why don't you take note of like when Betsruner finishes his finale 3, and then we'll wait about 8 minutes for Zach to catch up, because there has been a bit of a gap that's widened here, oddly enough. Despite, I have a feeling Betsruner being moderately distracted, not being able to really focus on anything, doing a poor job at everything as a result.
Solve this one, all right? I don't want to spoil the ending.
And I've heard that's just how his live streams go.
Oh no.
What's going on? Why don't you tell the audience what you think is going on? What's popping?
Betsruner hits a wall.
Easily.
Jelly Bra finds it funny.
Alright, still nothing. Let's keep moving. Sorry about the lift. It's out of service. It's melted. Might as well, give you the tour.
Zach goes for milkshake.
Some lights of some kind. Don't know what they do.
See if he comes out of it.
Very sciencey anyway. To your right,
He does. Absolute legend.
See Zach coming up on prop catch. We'll see if he can avoid making the same mistakes that Betsruner has.
Going for the Betsruner strat too.
Yeah, the strat he patented.
First try.
Oh,
It's
looks like
such a
he is
free
just
strategy.
looks like
So
he's
odd
just a
that
better
don't-
runner.
More people don't go for it.
So we can see that Zach coming in here into Repulsion Polarity. His load actually taking forever. Not really sure why. Probably didn't restart the game before popping in. We see that he's just going to portal himself over the gap and probably going to go for a funnel fly on this funnel just to fly himself across the thing. I wonder if he's going to do the standing or the sitting crouch fly. He looks like he's going for the sitting one. Basically, that's where you just change to crouch state and then you don't change back to standing state. That makes it easier to get into this elevator so that way you don't have to really uncrouch. Or you don't have to crouch and then uncrouch, because obviously you're going to want to continue to hop into the elevator so that way you can save time. Now we're popping in on Finale 1. This map is actually pretty much the intended route, but the funnel is speed up in Speedrun mod, which makes it a whole heck of a lot easier to play the map, because you just don't have to wait in a 30-second funnel every time you want to sit through it. It also obsoleted the funnel fly route that's so visible in the full game, because the finales in the regular full game are pretty much just just a whole big old funnel fly fest. What were you saying, Joe?
Betsruner finishes his run doing moonshot first try.
We see that Zachary only has a minute left to finish the run, and I've heard that Finale 4 can't be completed under a minute, so it looks like this race is about over, but we can still see what obvious time Zachary is going to get. Having himself a good old time finishing up Finale 1. Going into Finale 2, yeah, this map is pretty interesting actually, because in the normal, it actually seems pretty similar to normal full game in the sense that you get funnel fly, you do all the same stuff roughly, but in this you don't have funnel fly preserved, you just have funnel fly, which doesn't change much except for the fact that you can't crouch because you'll lose your funnel fly. And because of that, there's actually a different ending strat that we didn't see Betsruner do, where he bounces himself down off of a light straight to the end. But I wonder if we'll get to see Zachary attempt to do the the normal game strat, so to speak. We see Betsruner actually also found that ceiling to jump into that Zach is doing in Speedrun mod. Very very patented, and we see that Zach is actually going to go for the same strat as Betsruner in order to complete the map as safely as possible. You know what they say? It's an SS, not a speedrun. Am I right? And now we get to move on to Finale 3. We're just going to see some quick portaling here at the over to the thing. Zach losing his direction a little bit. It's understandable. You know, in Portal 1, the directions are a lot easier to follow. You go left, you go right. In Portal 2, you got to, go through portals. It's very difficult. Just throwing some minor shade over on Portal 1. You see he has uncontrollable speed because he went over 300 velocity. They're having a bit of trouble controlling his speed. Probably not used to it because ABH is just such a fast motion. Yeah, he's just going to be doing basically the main route now where he just waits and bops himself down. I remember Betsruner fell down and actually had to go and reload a save here, so that way, he could actually get into the funnel. Very low skill level runner, obviously. And it does look like time is coming up in a sense, really. More like coming up in like a minute or two for Zach, depending on how much he fails Finale 4. One of the tougher maps, obviously. Except for the tough part, that is. You kind of just hit Wheatley with some bombs, and then it's over. That's it. It's you have an early moonshot to hit, which there's a lineup for that makes it basically 100% consistent. Yeah, this map is pretty basic. The first cycle, you have to hit Wheatley from behind. That's pretty much all you have to do, so you just shoot a portal behind him while standing, Oh, I guess the first cycle is actually unlocking the gel, so my bad. I'm incorrect on that. Zach, I don't think is going to go for, the bomb preserve strategy. Oddly enough, even though it would save him a few seconds. And so I've heard it based on runners can't even telling me it's free. So perhaps they should have, perhaps he should have gone for it. And we see he actually has an interesting setup where he's just, he's just shooting another person, I guess that's normal, but he's standing over there in a weird spot, I don't know what to think about it. And yeah, this third core is kind of the, just the same as the first core in a sense. You just shoot really from behind and you fling yourself over to the core. And we see he actually has like a weird setup here. Not exactly the easiest one at all. But finally, we get to come up to early moonshot. Pretty easy. It's not really worth reloading for if he does miss it in Speedrun. We saw Bets do it, but that's just because he has so much confidence in his early moonshot. We'll see if he can hit it. He does. 35-18. Excellent job by the runner. Only a 2-minute, 17-second gap between these two runners. Very, 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 very close. I should have. Betsruner should have posted his
my.
time. The absolute fool. Zach opting to forfeit for the remainder of the match. I guess 2 minutes 17 seconds is just more than he was hoping for the race. So yeah, we can get the other racer in here to talk about his win if you want.
Oh yeah, we should grab him real quick.
Yeah, can you send that invite? Yeah. Once yeah, hold on. I'll see if I can get him real quick. Hey guys, Betsruner here.
Truly the biggest flex.
That was a pretty fun race. That was a pretty fun race. I had a really good time. I heard some of the commentary. I thought it was really good. I thought that Betsruner guy did really well.
Oh no, SpeedGaming is rating with a party of 158 right after we finish.
I really appreciate it. Really helps me out a lot, man. Yeah, my run was pretty good. Like I haven't played the game in a little while, so you saw I was making some pretty easy mistakes. I wasn't really ahead for the entire run, but everyone's got to have some mistakes here and there, and that's it. That's all I got to say about the run. So unless you have any questions to ask me, Jack. I think we're gonna be done.
How did you feel about like halfway through your run? Were you getting scared?
Terrified, honestly. I was kind of distracted by something. I just had the urge to speak. So I was just speaking the entire run. It was weird, but not really sure who I was talking to. Probably no one. Just to myself. And yeah, pretty good race.
Were you alerted that Zach might be on triple laser when he was not on triple laser?
Yeah, but I somehow think I knew that was just not true. I don't think either runner was on that map, and it just happens. Sometimes you get a little wrong. Anyway, looks like we're not doing a best of 3, so I've heard. So yeah, we're just gonna be done with this race. Like to thank everyone again. Like to thank our runners. Zach, what is his Twitch channel? I think it says right under. Do you have his Twitch channel? What is his Twitch channel say? I don't have the link. Yeah, well, you could probably see it right next to his name. Betsruner for twitch.tv/Betsruner. Good on him. Twitch.tv/SpeedGaming. Make sure to hit him with a follow. There's lots of cool events coming up. I don't have the schedule up right now, but be sure to continue watching. I'm sure there will be something interesting happening after this. Twitch.tv/Jellybra 8. I don't. Which is it, Jack? Why don't you tell me?
I think it's just Jellybra.
Yeah. If you liked his commentary, and yeah, thank you all for watching. We're good.